Hey friends, it's Miss Fred. I'm here again, and we're going to continue our discussion about expected and unexpected behaviors and the zones of regulation. Now, I want to ask a question to get you started. Are there times when it is expected for you to be in a zone other than green? Is there times when I know I'm like, oh yeah, of course they're going to be in the red zone right now, or of course they're going to be in the yellow zone, and it is expected? Yeah, there definitely is. If Miss Fred were to walk in tomorrow and I saw that my fish in my fish tank, Clifford, the little red fish, if he was not alive anymore, Miss Fred would be very sad. And that would be an expected zone, and I would have expected behaviors. If I cried, or if that day I was kind of just down in the dumps and I came and I taught my lessons and I talked to my students, but I just wasn't in the green zone. It would be expected because you would know, oh, her fish Clifford, he died this morning, and she's very, very sad about it. Miss Fred is in the blue zone, and that is expected because of her fish dying. So yes, there are times when it is expected that you will be in a zone other than green, and that is okay. All the zones are okay as long as they are expected. So let's say that you are at a football game and your team just scored the winning touchdown. And oh my gosh, it was a close game and they did it. They scored the touchdown and you are so excited, and you are maybe in the yellow zone or you're in the red zone and you're jumping and you're cheering and yelling and high-fiving your friends. That behavior is expected in that situation. It is okay to be in the yellow or red zone in that situation. It is expected to want to cheer and be excited. All the zones are okay if it's expected. Maybe you get to school and you realize that you forgot your homework at home and it makes you kind of nervous or anxious. That is expected to be nervous or anxious and you're in that blue or maybe the red zone because you left your homework at home or you left your lunchbox at home. It is expected that you might be in a different zone than green, and that is okay. That is expected behavior. It's an expected zone. Now, what if your teacher walks by in the classroom and puts an expected assignment on your desk, and you immediately go to the red zone and you rip up your paper and throw it away? Is that expected? No, it's not. Your teacher does not expect that you are going to rip up your assignment and throw it away. She expects that you'll look at it, you'll be in the green zone, you'll be ready to learn, you'll start working on it. Maybe there's a problem or two that are difficult for you, and you get into the yellow zone and you go and ask for help, and your teacher helps you through that process. But she does not expect that you will jump to the red zone and that you will behave that way. And your classmates do not expect you to go to the red zone because you are presented with work. That would be unexpected. And it would also start making the people around you have those uncomfortable and unsafe thoughts. And so we need to make sure that whatever zone we're in is the right zone and is expected of us to be in that zone. All the zones are okay as long as they are expected. So let's go through some scenarios and let's try to think, what zone would this be in, and would it be expected or unexpected behavior? So let's say your parents tell you that someone in your family or a close friend has died or passed away. What is the expected behavior or expected zone that you would be in, the expected feelings? Yeah, you would probably be in the blue or the red zone. You might be devastated. You might be incredibly sad. You might even be sad for a few days because of the loss of this person. And that is expected. No one is going to be surprised or shocked with your feelings and your behaviors because they expect you to be in the red or the blue zone. What if you're in PE class and you break your leg? That would probably put me into the red zone. I would be terrified. And that is expected behavior. When you break your leg or hurt yourself, your body, it is expected that you might cry or scream. That is expected behavior, right? So it's not making us feel uncomfortable. Now, we might be worried for you and we want to help you, but it's not unexpected that you would react in that way because you were hurt. That is expected. Now, what about you're outside at recess and you're playing tag with your friends, what zone might you be in? Yeah, you might be in the yellow zone. You might be being silly. You might be running around. It might be fun, and that is expected. The grown-ups, the other students, they expect you to be running and laughing and tagging and doing all of those things. That is expected behavior. And when we see all of those situations and we see that you're in the expected zone, you're good. We still feel safe and we feel comfortable. However, if you are in a zone that is not expected, that is when we start to feel unsafe. When you act in a way that is in the red zone or in the blue zone or in the yellow zone and it's not expected, then that's when we might have thoughts that say, ooh, this is uncomfortable or this is making me not feel safe. So your zone needs to be an expected zone. We need to know that this is what we are thinking. When this happens, this is the zone that you're in so that we can respond and we can feel safe around you. So we need to make sure that we are reacting to a scenario or to a situation appropriately and that we're in the zone that is okay and expected for that situation. All right, my friends, I have another how would you feel? Are you ready for this one? This is going to be a big one. So, how would you feel if your brother or sister wouldn't stop teasing you? So, how would you feel if your brother or sister would not stop teasing you? Maybe you've done all of your things. You've asked them to stop. You've used your words, and they won't stop teasing you. How would you feel? What zone would you go in? And is it an expected zone? I would say, so if I knew that someone was teasing me or someone else, and they had used their words and said, hey, I need you to stop. Please stop. I don't like this. I don't like it when you're still teasing me. I would expect them to maybe go into the red zone and get a little angry and say, hey, I have asked you to stop. You need to stop. I expect that. So how would you feel if your brother wouldn't stop teasing you? All right, friends, I'll see you next time.